Gonna be a disaster.
It's a rematch of the 2023 OHSAA Round 1 Playoffs as Holy Name takes on St. V's, and it's up next on your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. Skeeles Field at the University of Akron, home of the Akron Zips, but today it's home of St Vincent St Mary as they're out for revenge against Holy Name, who took them out of the playoffs last year. Largest first pitch of the ballgame runs in on Humanick, 1-0 count to begin this at-bat. St. V's fans, you remember Adam Humanick, but for the wrong reasons. In the 7th, he got the rally going and gave Holy Name what was the winning run of that game on an RBI single up the gut at Summit Lake Park. Chopped swing will go and trail just out of play as the first baseman over there made an effort at it but couldn't get to it. As Tyler Sloan now over at first base. He pitched the first game, 6 innings on the bump, 1 earned run, 4 Ks in the win over Boardman, 10-2. Somehow, in some way, the Spartans took that game to 7 innings. Credit to them for their efforts. A great game just gone. Holy Name, they're looking still for win number 1 on their campaign. And what a great day to do it if they can today. Ground ball goes to the left side of the infield. Lehman will throw across to Sloan, and it's just in time. Humanick can't outpace the throw, and St. V's records out number 1. And now into the box for Holy Name will be Danny Stibley, the 2-hitter.
The right fielder, a junior, number 24, Danny Stibley.
Lehman, the Summit County Player of the Week last week, looks to continue where he left off last game with his defensive chops. The pitch from Large. Curves on in, 0-1 count to begin this at-bat on Danny Stibley. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon as well. Stibley, gotten a couple starts so far this year, looks to get some more playing time. Swing and a miss as he chops at it, 0-2 count. Stibley called up to varsity his freshman year for the playoffs. A big part of that class of 25 called up during that playoff run. The likes of him, Dom Marchetta, and the since transferred out Aiden Litherland were on Holy Name's roster for those games. Large will set and deliver. Swing and a miss. He gets Stibley 1-2-3, and that's his first strikeout of the afternoon for out number 2. And now into the box steps Holy Name's potential future quarterback in Harrison Frank. The left fielder looks to get the game going for Holy Name. Frank got some action behind his offensive line against Canfield. Half that game in the loss away in the Youngstown area this past fall. Swing and a miss on the first pitch he sees from Large is a 0-1 count to begin this at-bat. So far this year, Holy Name 0-5, losses coming to Lake Catholic, Westlake, University School, Buckeye, and then St. Ed's. The record of the teams they've played so far this year combined 25-2. Frank jumps over it to avoid being hit to even up the count at 1-1. This Holy Name lineup has players from top to bottom who look to make impacts on the on-deck circle. Is another example that Nick Nemes still looking for hit number 1 on the campaign. His last hit was the one to the fence at Kenston in the playoffs last year. Curves on in from Large. Holy Name can adjust to the potent curveball of Large as he is 1 strike away from getting Holy Name in order. Large will peer on into his catcher, Crable, and delivers. Popped away and foul from Frank, so he'll see another pitch. Look at this Holy Name team. It's a very young team in comparison to other years. From top to bottom, senior, junior, sophomore, junior, senior, sophomore, and sophomore. A young team for Holy Name. Curves in, chopped back up. Crable trying to call his pitcher, but Large gets it, and it's called foul in the end. A lot of graduating seniors from last year. 5 of them, 2 of them, big impact players. Both went Division I in Jack Topolsky to Eastern Michigan, and then Jaden Hurd to the HBCU program of Coppin State. Both of them pitched at length last year. Now Holy Name's ace Dom Marchetta not playing today as Holy Name's preparing to pitch him tomorrow against Padua. The 1-2 ground ball goes to the right side of the infield. Tamzarian tosses it to Sloan to retire the side. Holy Name goes in order in the top of the first. St. V's up to bat when we return.
And at the battery.
Bottom of the first inning at Skeeles Field. It's Max Milkovich, Rylan Hurley, and Daniel Crable due up this inning for the Fighting Irish. On the mound for your Green Wave this afternoon is the senior Josh Kell, transferred over from Ignatius after his freshman year. Kell's first pitch of the game is a perfectly framed strike by newly reborn catcher Joey Ragone. Nothing in one count. Ragone, first base the last couple of years, had to go to catcher based on necessity after Aiden Litherland's transferring out. That happened in mid-October. Has to reach for this one. 1-1 count on Milkovich. Milkovich in the win over Boardman started off reaching on an error, then walked, flew out to left, grounded out to the pitcher, and then had a base hit in his final at-bat of that game. Kell winds and deals. Line to the right side to right field, and caught on a little bit of a dive out there by Danny Stilley for out number one. Had to be sure he had the ball, did his job. And now St. V's will turn to Rylan Hurley, the right fielder, to try to get the offense going.
Stepping in for the Irish, batting second, the right fielder, sophomore number 18, Rylan Hurley.
Hurley in the last game went 4 for 5 with a double and 3 singles. Hurley going into the doubleheader batting just below 400. Now he's definitely batting over it and going into the doubleheader, 6 RBIs and 9 hits. So now take his tally on the year to 13 hits. The pitch from Kell, outside, caught by Ragone, 1-0 count. Hohenheim's infield from pitcher all the way around. You got Kell on the bump behind the dish. Ragone, first base, Nemec, second base. You got towards the low short. You got Himinek, and at the hot corner, Brendan Preisel. Corners creep on the bunt off the plate. 2-0 count to begin the at-bat on Hurley. Very few substitutions or changes made to the lineup from this Fighting Irish team from last game. Matt Large just pitches instead of playing first base, and Sloan switches with him. Finds a zone. Nice job, Ragone, to frame it. 2-1 count. But something from the last game to this game that's going to be a big impact is base running. Sam Robinson, the 9-hitter, gotten a couple rundowns, avoided both just by the way he slid. Plain and simple. If Hohenheim wants to win this game, they need to be smart on the base path and smart when runners are on the base path for St. V's, which one might about to be, as it's a 3-1 count here on Rylan Hurley with Crable, the Oberlin-bound catcher, due up next. Kell will come set. Here's a 3-1. Down the pipe, it's a full count. Kell's had some struggles so far in his Hohenheim career, settling in. This is a big game to do so if he can, to try to find some rhythm. Time called to the batter as Hurley will take a second to step off. Hohenheim will have some light action over in their bullpen as well. I think the mindset of Coach Marchetta, be ready for Padua tomorrow afternoon. Payoff down low. It'll be a walk as Hurley will take his place at first base. But I would not be surprised to see a lot of rotation. Hohenheim has a gauntlet of a schedule that is coming up. When I say this is bad, if I was playing in this, I would be a little upset, just given its schedule congestion. But based on a necessity, it has to happen. You have the St. V's game today, obviously. Padua tomorrow. Monday, Lakewood. Tuesday, Lakewood. Wednesday, Hoban. Thursday, Bay. And then Saturday, Brexel Broadview. Can Hohenheim turn 2? They can turn 2 to retire the side. The middle infield does the job. Towards Zidlow, Himinek, Nemec equals 2 outs. Hohenheim gets back to the sticks. St. V's got one on, but couldn't do anything. End of 1. It's 0-0.
And at the score of
4, 5, and 6 hitters do up this inning for the Green Wave as Nick Nemeth looks to get the afternoon from the sticks rolling for Holy Name as they went in order last time up. Large pitches, rolls inside, 1-0 count. Nemeth, a three-sport athlete, played football, came back halfway through the year from injury, had a touchdown early on in, I believe it was the Normandy game, then went to wrestling, did well there, and now goes on the diamond. Follows it behind, evens it up at 1-1. But so far this year, Nemeth has struggled since the Kenston hit. Nothing to show on the offensive, and last Saturday, with a 3-run lead in hand, unfortunately struggled in that game, and again, it got sent to extras that then Holy Name lost in the 9th. The pitch from Large curves on in, a good spot, a good miss from him on the mound, 2-1 count. This would be a great game for Nemeth to get a confidence boost of a nice hit. Just line one up the gap, get the confidence rolling, and return to that form that he had at that point of last year. It was a special run down the stretch. Patient, he thought about going. You could see him saying, my bad, it's a 3-1 count. Unfortunately, just lost track of the count. On deck for Holy Name is Mike Alexic, the designated hitter. Large will set the 3-1. Swing and a miss down the pipe. Has it now a full count. Large battling. Once again, not many strikeouts. Only one strikeout for 6 batters combined. Nemeth trying to avoid being the second. Large looking for his second K of the afternoon. He'll come set. Here's his payoff to Nemeth. Lined up the center. And right into center field. Unfortunately for out number 1 as Milkovich got under it. Good contact just right to the center fielder. And now the lefty, Michael Alexic, steps into the box for his first cuts.
The 5th batter, the designated hitter, junior, number 17, Michael Alexic.
Alexic, one of the more versatile players on this Holy Name team, can play either corner spots of the infield as well as left and right field. The pitch from Large. Curves on in. Good eye from Mike O. 1-0 count to begin the at-bat on my basketball side commentator. Large going into this outing, 2.10 ERA, 1-0 record, 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 of those earned, 6 walks, 13 Ks on 10 innings of work in 2 appearances. He evens up the count now, 1-1 on Alexic. The windup and the pitch. Just nicks the corner, 1-2 count. In the last game, the ump favored the inside pitch. This time, the outside corner is being favored. Here's the 1-2 to Alexic. Same, but just barely misses to even it up at 2-2. I like that pitch from Lang. It's in a challenging spot, and it makes Alexic have to think at the box and be patient. So credit to Alexic for being patient and waiting. Large will get back to work as time is called. Alexic will take a second. On deck for Holy Name is Mike Tordzidlo. Mikey looking to make an impact in this game. Already helped on the double play. The pitch. Followed behind by Alexic with some force, so he'll fight for another pitch. So now a 2-2 count, 1 away. Holy Name gone in order so far. Can Alexic change it? Here's a 2-2 from Large. Ground ball to the right side of the infield once again. Tamzarian tosses over to Sloan for out number 2. That'll be the second time St. Vincent has called upon Tamzarian over at second base to make a play.
Second baseman and junior number 5, Mikey Tordzidlo.
And now Mikey Tordzidlo, the second baseman, steps up for his first cuts with 2 away, 5 up, 5 down so far this afternoon for the Green Wave. Large deals. Low skips in, blocked by Crable. 1-0 count to begin the at-bat on Tordzidlo. Tordzidlo, another couple sport athlete, also plays football. Memorable run in 2022 where he had a couple picks down the stretch. Line to the left side. Lehman bobbles it. It gets past. And that could be extra base, and it gets past. He hits first base. He's going to have to flounder on back, as it will be a single for Tordzidlo to get the game going. It could have been extra bases, but the way he base ran, he missed the bag. If it wasn't for all these games, it might be time to do that drill with the phone on the corner of the bag. But nonetheless, someone's on for Holy Name with 2 away.
For Holy Name, the 7th hitter, the catcher is senior number 13, Joey Ragone.
And now here comes Joey Ragone. And speaking of football, big part of the 2022 run. Looking at this lineup, though, you got Harry, you got Nemi, you got Tordzillo and Ragone and Preisel. So 5 of the 9 are football players. The pitch curves in, swing and a miss from Ragone. Nothing in 1 count to begin his first at-bat. Believe Ragone played a little bit of the first half of that game. Actually, he might have came in halfway through. I forget if him or Alexic started in that game. They flipped halfway through. Runner goes towards Idlow. The slide. He is not in time. The throw over from Sloan. Retires the side. Ragone frustrated. His first at-bat will have to wait. Middle of 2 at Skeeles Field. It's still 0-0. Devin Lehman, Tyler Sloan, and Zach Kirky do up this inning for the Fighting Irish in the bottom of the second inning. Still 0-0. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. Before we get into baseball here, a special word of congratulations to now Deacon Chris Catone, graduate of Holy Name High School. We'll be seeing him for a mass later this month. Congrats, Deacon Chris. The pitch from Kell is a strike to get the inning underway. 0-1 count to begin the at-bat for Devin Lehman. Lehman in the last game reached on every single plate appearance, reached 2 errors, 2 base hits, and a double, and also flashed the leather many different times, showing why he was the Summit County Player of the Week a couple weeks ago. That one from Kell missing, 1-1 count. And going into today's doubleheader, a really solid hitter at that Devin Lehman, 440 with 11 hits, and take that up now to 14. 11 RBIs. I don't believe he had an RBI in that last game. No, he did not. But still, very impressive numbers from him. One of the senior captains. Him along with Crable are the captains that are seniors. The pitch from Kell. Curves high and misses, 3-1 count. Now, Devin Lehman, Tyler Sloan, Zach Kirky, and then Crable are your captains. All returners from last year, all want this game really bad. Obviously, you want to win every game. The Boardman one, no real beef with Boardman. Haven't played them in years. Holy Name ended your season last year. You want that revenge. 3-1, swing and a miss. Actually, no, they're going to say you got a little bit of contact. Doesn't matter. It's still a full count. Due up next is the first baseman, Tyler Sloan. Kell still trying to battle, only giving up the walk so far. Come set, the payoff. Misses outside, second walk of the game thrown by Kell as Lehman will jog on over to first base. And Tyler Sloan, the first baseman, steps up for his first cuts of the game. 5 at-bats in the last game. Walk, hit by pitch, walk, an RBI single, and a ground out to end the bottom of the 6th. A nice throw by Ryan Conti of Boardman to retire him barely to keep the game going. Now going into this afternoon as a whole, Sloan was batting .318, 7 hits, 7 ribbies. Missed outside, 1-0 count to begin this at-bat. Nemec doing his job, holding on Lehman over space. Comes set. And delivers. Runner thought about it. We're going the back pick. That's a rundown. Nemec didn't see he went, so Lehman will take second. I said it a little bit ago, base running will be a big factor in this game, and the delayed steal from Lehman gets him in a scoring position. It's smart base running. Unfortunately, Nemec did not realize he went. So now a chance for Sloan to get another RBI. He has one so far on the afternoon, just in the other game. The pitch from Kell. Good pitch, kind of missed. It's a 3-0 count. Next up is Kirky, the third baseman, who flashed the leather a couple times against Boardman this afternoon. As well for St. V's. Only pitching 2 pitchers in that last game was really helpful for them. Battenhouse finished out the game. Sloan pitched the first 6 innings. They're really hoping that Matt Large can go deep in this game. If not, they do have plenty of depth. The 3-0. It's ball 4 they're going to call. Wow. It's 2 walks, maybe a little bit high, but 2 are on with none away for Zach Kirky.
For the Irish, the 6th hitter, the third baseman, the junior, number 9, Zach Kirky.
Would not be surprised in this game to see the likes of Will Tober get some action later down the stretch.
I don't know about that.
And his grandpa says he doesn't know about that. But as he was telling me before, he pitched in Myrtle Beach. First inning, did it go well?
Not well at all.
Did he respond well?
He pitched well after that, yeah.
3 earned runs in the first inning. The last 6, perfect. 3 strikeouts, 7 innings pitched, 1-0 record for him. Maybe we'll see him later. Maybe we'll not. Maybe we'll not. We will see. It's a 1-0 count. Lehman trying to get sturdy with it over at second base, it appears, as time is called. Lehman did the same thing in the last game, just trying to bait a throw on over. Kell will come set, looking over at second base. Lehman still doing his antics. Kell, focus on the batter, please. He does. Misses outside, 2-0 count. In this situation, they're doing it just to try to get in your head. You've got to focus on the batter. Lehman did it in the last game. He's going to do that the whole game. It's smart what he's doing because he's distracting Kell. It's genius. He's done it for the last 2 at-bats, and look what's happened. Bunt being shown now, pulling back quickly. The strike, Ragone has to hold up the throwback. It was a 2-1 count on Kirky. Matthew Engelhart, who kind of got the short end of the stick in the last game, where the ball went when he smoked it, is due up next. We'll talk about that when he's up in a minute here. Kell throws back. Plenty in time. He's back standing. Low throw from Humanek, taken in by Kell. Holy name so far this year, averaging 2.2 runs per game, mainly in the last 3 games because in the first 2 games, combined 14-0 losses. The pitch. Blocked by Ragone, keeps it in front of him, 3-1 count. They started off the season 1-0 loss to Lake Catholic. They scored in the first inning. A great pitcher's duel between Lake Catholic's pitcher and then Dom Marchetta, Holy Name's ace, whose ERA right now is at a .71, and in the bullpen is Russell Macetta, it appears, warming up. Kell will be talked to. We'll see if Macetta gets into the game today, but he'll be warming up for the time being. He pitched against Rhodes and gave up 1 run in 1 innings of work in the scrimmage a month ago today. With a 3-1 count, Ragone just trying to calm down his pitcher. Can Kirky get a pitch he likes, or can Cal get him? The 3-1. High. He will walk the bases loaded. I believe he did the same thing against Elyria. And now, for what I believe will be the 4th time combined between games, Matthew Engelhardt will step up to the plate with the bases loaded.
The Irish, the number 7 hitter, the designated hitter, freshman, number 14, Matt Engelhardt.
A fly out, a walk RBI, a ground out, and reaching on an error last game. The first one, it was just a web gem from Varley of Boardman. Tommy Varley had an excellent game in that contest. Nothing in one contest again. This at bat on Engelhardt. But he lines the ball over to second base, a simple how. That was just the start of Tommy Varley's day. He then runs over, gets a nice snag, double play ball eventually. He played really well in the Boardman loss. But Engelhardt, he is due for a big hit. Can Kell deny him? The pitch. Runs in, ground ball, shot to the middle. They could try to turn 2. The flip to second is in time. It looks like there's the call. 1 run will score. So on the fielder's choice, St. V's will take the lead. And now Kell's being talked to. Actually, no, it was over at first base. Maybe interference. It might not be a 1-0 game. And now we're having conversations here. As of right now, we're going with 1-0. It'll be a fielder's choice regardless. Now it's time for the scorekeeper's nightmare. And as well, our broadcast schedule this coming week will see us begin, as of right now, on Monday, as Holy Name hosts Lakewood and Kylie Blinky, the sophomore's revenge game against her former team. And that's it for right now. Still trying to piece together schedules, games falling through based on reschedules, a lot of craziness. It looked like they were sending him back to third. That's what they just pointed to do. So now let's decipher this. This is where we need the in-camera mic like they do for the NBA to hear the call. So Engelhardt is jogging back to first, or out. I think it will be 2 outs. It should be. Will the run count? I believe so. Now the coach is getting an explanation. Coach Shepard over there in his first year done an excellent job building the St. V's team. The 20th ranked team in all of Ohio and the 5th ranked team in all of Division II. I think they're calling him back to third. They might be. We've gone around in a circle here debating this. If they are calling him back to third, it would be Lehman who'd have to go back, and number 2 is going back. It's still a 0-0 game. Wow. Engelhardt is out. So it's 0-0, and now Coach Marchetta's going to call time and call in his infield. I think it's 2 outs. It might be. But they called. We're going to take a break here and try to decipher this, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what's going on. I think it's still 0-0. It should be 0-0. We'll take a quick second here to decipher this. It's 0-0, 2 outs now. The first pitch of this at-bat to Tamzarian is a strike, nothing in 1 count.
The Irish, Ashton Tamzarian, second baseman, number 4.
So what we've learned is no one knows what's going on. It's confusion, but it's 0-0. Now it's 1-0 as that one falls into right field. Lehman now will score and it counts. Now it's sending a second one. We're going the tag. It's none time. The throw was right there. They say he got under it. Holy Name not happy about it. Stibley, the great throw. It's 2-0. Wow. I don't know if that's the right call.
The number 9 hitter, the left fielder, junior number 12, Sammy Robinson.
I don't know. Let's play baseball now. It's time for Sam Robinson's first cuts. Ground ball left side. It's through for a base hit. Rounding to go to third is Tamzarian, and he will turn around and stay. So another single for Sam Robinson. He was going into this game batting over 600 and continues to slug. So now we're back to the top of the lineup. It's 2-0, 2 away in the bottom of the second.
For the Irish, number 7, Max Milkovich.
The 2 RBIs are given to Tamzarian. This is a scorekeeper's nightmare right now. We're hopefully back to our regularly scheduled programming at the top of the lineup with Max Milkovich, who flew out to Sibley to begin the game. We're going thought about the back pick. Robinson slides on back, learning from last game. It clips off of Kell's glove. Torzillo goes to greet it. Disaster could potentially strike in the coming moments. It's a 1-0 count. Kell will check on the runner at second base and deliver. Misses high, 2-0 count. A lot of confusion early on in this ball game. 2-0 if you're just tuning in. It was 1-0, then 0-0, or 0-0. There you go. Turn it around, do a bunch of stuff. Hit up the middle. Jimenez flashes the leather, toss it to Torzillo for out number 3 to retire the side, but not before St. V's can get 2 runs on the board, courtesy of a 2 RBI single from Ashton Tamzarian. End of 2 at Skeeles Field. It's 2-0 St. V's.
In the bottom of the second.
Top of the third at Skeeles Field. Hopefully the craziness has died down. I can't confirm it's 2-0. We'll talk about what happened in a moment here as Large is back on the mound for the Fighting Irish. Chopped left side foul from Magone, 0-1 count. So what happened back in the bottom of the second inning, it was Matthew Engelhardt up to bat, hits the ball left side, fielder's choice, happy days. Then they do a bunch of craziness. What should have happened was runner at third, 1-0. That's not what happened. Swing and a miss from Magone, 0-2. What happened was they sent Lehman, who scored, back to third, sent the runner back to second, called Engelhardt out, and randomly made up a second out. There you go. Either way, the runs are the same. We're still playing the same baseball game. Just a lot of confusion. Matthew Large on the bump, the 0-2. Swing and a miss, gets Ragone on 3 for out number 1. The second 3-pitch at-bat strikeout from Large. And funnily enough, his second strikeout. So both of his strikeouts today were swinging on third pitches of an at-bat.
Brendan Preisel.
And now Preisel, the third baseman, steps up. His brother Connor, Miami of Ohio pitcher, was a pitcher for Holy Name back in 2022 when he graduated. Preisel, also a lineman, won the Brian Neary Award in the 2021 football season for the Green Wave. Actually, a funny story about Connor Preisel. That is who I shadowed when I shadowed Holy Name all the way back, and I believe it was 8th grade. The pitch from Large finds the zone, 2-0 count. With the Prizels now, 3 kids have gone through there. You got Brendan here now, along with Avery Prizel. Avery Prizel plays volleyball, and then obviously Connor. Connor and Brendan play the same 2 sports, just different positions. The pitch on the 1-1 from Large. Hit to the right side by Prizel. It skips off of Sloan's glove. An error from the first baseman reaches Prizel. And now that'll bring up Garrett Nemec, the first baseman, the 9-hitter, with Humanek due up next.
For Holy Name, the 9th hitter, the first baseman is sophomore number 12, Garrett Nemec.
Nemec, one of the many sophomores called up. We all thought going into 2023 that the current junior class was the golden age of Holy Name. But now this sophomore class looks to be competing with it. Nemec's in the lineup, Prizel's in the lineup, Nemeth and Frank. So 4 of the 9 are sophomores. You still got Russell Macetta in the dugout there. You still got a couple other guys who can make impacts off of the bench. Large will come set, and now the pitch. Bump being shown. He gets the bunt down, but foul called as Crable goes down. Looked like it was still in play. They're going to call foul. And now Garrett's going to ask for a decision on it, and there we go. Maybe it hit the corner of the box. I thought it was a really good bunt just laid down. Nonetheless, it's a 0-1 count with 1 on. Large will come set, checking on Prizel. Bunt shown, pulls back. The back pick could have been in time if Crable threw it. Instead, he holds up. Count 1-1. Holy Name needs to be patient here. You don't need to get it all back at once. It's a 2-run deficit. You got to get some runs. That was the issue in the Lake Catholic game. They tried to just get it all at once. You just got to get base runners, and you have to move them smartly. The throwback, not in time, as Prizel slides back in. But looking at these games, Lake Catholic 1-0, Westlake 13-0 that game, calling it out. Buckeye 5-0, Holy Name got it back late. Eds 7-4 was in it the whole game. Frank on the mound for that one. But US is a tough one. 5-2 lead, just couldn't hold on. Runner goes, fouled away by Nemec. But it was 5-2. For the second year in a row, Holy Name had US down. They were beating the Preppers until they weren't. Last year, it ended quickly. They won 6-5, I believe, in regulation time. Technically, calling it regular innings, whatever you want to call it. This time took till the 9th inning. That's an unfortunate loss. It's a 1-2 count with 1 away on Nemec. Outside, Crable drops the potential back pick. Makes it now a 2-2 count. Now Nemec will tell Coach Macetta over at third what the count is. 2-2, 1 away. Large will come set, checking over on Prizel at first. Throw back at him again. The dive, he's in time. St. V's not letting Holy Name get much of a lead, if any lead. They know what this team can do on the base path. Large will set. Throws back again. So Large definitely has his eye on Prizel still. It's a 2-2 count. Now we'll look back at the other sophomore who's in the playing field for Holy Name right now in Nemec. Will he deliver to the plate this time? He does. Runner goes outside. He couldn't grip it. Crable, once again, as he did in the last game, couldn't grip the ball trying to throw it down. So now Holy Name has a runner in scoring position with 1 away. And a 3-2 count to work with. Humanek up next for Holy Name. St. V's getting flashbacks to what he did last time in a situation similar. Large will check back. Large lead from Prizel. The payoff. Swing and a miss. Not a drop third. Allowed out number 2. A big one swinging on Nemec for strikeout number 3 of the game. From Large, as we go back to the top of the order, and Adam Humanek, who is first time up, grounded out to third base.
Number 11, Adam Humanek.
He had a nice throw to retire him. Actually, no, it was over to short. Correction to Lehman. The pitch from Large. Curves on in, up the gut, and snagged out of thin air by Large. Underhand toss retires that side. An excellent pitcher fielding play from Matt Large to prevent any damage. If Humanek had that one through, that was definitely a run. An excellent snag from the pitcher. Middle of 3, 2-0 St. V's lead.
Middle of 3.
Back on in the bottom of the third inning here at Skeeles Field. Rylan Hurley due up this inning for St. V's along with Daniel Kriebel along with Devin Lehman. Your whole name called to the bullpen is to Russell Marchetta, the sophomore. We saw him pitch a month ago against Royalton. What can he do for his dad's team today? Marchetta will come set, corners in, creeping the pitch. Popped up to the right side. Nemec will trail and see it out of play. Nothing in one count to begin this at-bat for Hurley, who walked in his first at-bat. Marchetta, the difference between him and Cal, Marchetta invites the contact. He had a strikeout in his first appearance against Royalton, but he seeks the contact. He trusts his defense a lot. That's the difference between him and most pitchers. He kind of fits the Boardman scheme, if you will. The pitch misses outside, 1-1 count. Hoyne needs to be careful as well. As I've said a couple of times, it's a jam-packed schedule. After today, they play every day up until Thursday. Up through Thursday, I should say. Friday's off. The pitch from Marchetta. Swing and a miss. Not 1-2 count on Hurley. Marchetta, a surprise addition to the varsity roster going into this year. Not many expected him to be in this situation. Many expected him to be playing on JV this year. The 1-2. Ground ball, left side. Humanek gets it. Preisel gets it. Throws cross. Scoop is in time. Nemec gets it from Preisel. Sophomore for out number 1. Excellent throw by Preisel. Excellent pick by Nemec. What more can you ask for from your sophomores?
For the Irish, number 30. Daniel Kriebel.
Now Daniel Kriebel, who grounds it into a double play. His first time up, steps back into the box. But Marchetta trying to do what Layla Rudolph did for the basketball team, as she started last year as a JV player and turned out to be one of varsity's best. It was the story of the season for a girls team who had their best campaign under Coach Vititi in year 2 of his coaching, I believe. As they were above 500. It was a great year for them. But just a similar analogy, another sophomore making that step up from JV to varsity. The 1-0. Line to the left side and just missing the St. V's bullpen. 1-1 count. Kriebel going to Oberlin next year to play baseball. headlined this team last year and really was a nuisance for Hohenheim to have to deal with, as he was one heck of a player behind the dish. Missing outside is Marchetta, 2-1 count. Once again, Hohenheim schedule this week. Tomorrow you have Padua 12:30, then Lakewood doubleheader. Monday, Tuesday the series. Wednesday you go out to Hoban. Thursday is Bay at Kurtz. And then Saturday at Brexville Broadview in a game where Harrison Frank emerged onto the scene last year and won for Hohenheim. That was the turning point of their season. Struggle up to that point, only win was Fairview, and then that season turned around right then and there. He will walk. Crable loses him after the foul ball. So, with one out, St. V's is a man aboard, and that will bring up Devin Lehman, who walked his first time up.
For St. Vincent St Mary, number 2, Devin Lehman.
Lehman, as we've said many times, Summit County Player of the Week last week. The pitch from Marchetta on the slide gets the zone, 1-0 and 1 count to begin this at bat. Marchetta getting a sign in from Ragone. He'll take a second throw back to first, not in time. Nemec will apply the tag a little too late. Trying to keep him honest over at first base and try to make him have to dive back. Marchetta will step off, not letting Crable get much of a lead. If you're St. V's right now, to steal, I would try and get to that right on your screen left kind of niche of the grass. Almost hit some curves in. Couldn't get that one to find the zone as it's a 1-1 count. St. V's can easily test right now and see how far of a lead they can get. If you're picked off, it's no harm, no foul. You're up 2-0. The pitch. Just missing low. 2-1 count. On deck for St. V's is the first baseman, Tyler Sloan, who walked his first time up. Marchetta doesn't check over at first. Deals 3-1 count. 3-1 count, and just like the last inning, the walk might be an issue. So far, 4 walks given up by Hohenheim. No correction, 5. Marchetta comes set the 3-1. He will deal. Finds the zone, makes it now a full count, 3-2. Good get-right pitch for Marchetta. He needed that pitch to find the zone for confidence and now can attack at Lehman, the 3-2. He will set, looks in. Here comes the payoff pitch. Skied far into left, but foul. Hit at around, I'm going to guess, the 305 mark. So around 15 feet away from the fence. You can straighten that one out. I would not be surprised to see Crable score. The 3-2 count. Can Marchetta strike him out? The payoff pitch. Line to the same place this time. Just a little bit more foul. You got to attack him. You can't give him something too good to hit. If you're Marchetta, you have to attack that inside corner. If he turns on one of these fastballs, it's a 3-0 game with ease. Here comes the payoff. Found the zone, gets him looking for strike 3. An excellent pitch from Marchetta. Gets Lehman to freeze for out number 2. A gutsy pitch from Marchetta. That was over the plate. If he leaned into that pitch, that ball was going to be smoked into right. He doesn't, as it's allowed out number 2. And now here's the courtesy runner in for the catcher. The change will then set Ian Boykin, the freshman, in to run. Boykin, he is one dangerous man on the base path as well for this team. We're going. Thought about the back pick. 1-0 count.
The freshman, number 15, Ian Boykin.
The best Steelers on this team, though. It goes from 7 to 5 to 3. Milkovich, then Kirky, and then Hurley. The pitch from Marchetta misses outside. 2-0 count to begin the at-bat on Tyler Sloan. Marchetta, I believe that might be his first career regular season strikeout with his varsity program. He had his first career strikeout against Royalton. This one might be in the regular season. The pitch curls in and hits him. So now 2 will be on with 2 away. and as well for Holy Name in the hitting department on the bench. You have to think late down the stretch for substitutions. Unfortunately for them, they are without J.R. Sastry today.
Kirky.
But J.R. Sastry, he'll go out to the mound and go talk to Marchetta. Unfortunately, Ish is on academic probation right now. So he'll go out and give him some words of encouragement to his teammate. Just try to calm him down. It's a good move for him to be here and just support for what he can do. But Holy Name, they need to get things together right now. It's a second inning. It's 2-0. It's still a manageable game. You just got to get out of this jam as JR will jog back to the dugout. So now up steps Kirky, who looks to add some runs on to this St. V's advantage. Had a base hit in his last at-bat in the last game, and then last time up in this game, had a walk. Marchetta checks a couple times to second and delivers. In the zone, 0-1 count to begin the at-bat on the third baseman. Marchetta will set check over his shoulder a couple times and deal. Finds the zone again on the corner, 0-2 count. So whatever Sastry said to Marchetta, clearly he's helping him. Can Marchetta get out of the jam? 0-2, two-way, bottom of the third, 2-0, St. V's lead, the 0-2. Scooped up by Ragone, thought about throwing down to second, but it'll be a ball, 1-2 count. But Ragone did a nice job blocking it. As that one passed him, it would have been runners at second and third. Can Marchetta finally get the third out and go to the dugout, 2-0 down? Be a big out to get. It's popped up in the infield. It's going to be tough. Marchetta going for it. Calls it off to Nemec, who slides and retires the side. St. V's had 2 ducks on the pond, but Marchetta settles in. 1 strikeout. We go into the fourth. St. V's leading 2-0.
No hits. No Holy Name errors.
Stibley, Frank, and Nemeth due up in the top of the fourth for Holy Name, down 2-0 against St. Vincent St. Mary. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. Ground ball up the middle to begin the inning from Stibley. He can beat it out, and he does. An infield single for Danny Stibley as Sloan kind of gives a little bit of a tap as he goes to the ground. Did the right thing, stretched out, got there, and an infield hit for Danny as now that leads up to Harry Frank going in.
Number 8. Harrison Frank.
And in the bullpen, Brendan Preisel will begin to warm up for Holy Name. Holy Name definitely needs to play a true bullpen game this afternoon going into tomorrow and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. A lot of baseball. Will Mother Nature have us play half those games? Definitely not. Runner goes. Ground ball left side. Good thing he did go. The throw across the diamond by Kirky is scoop a bobble, not in time. Runners at the corners as Stibley takes advantage. Frank a little shaken up, but nonetheless, he's fired up. The adrenaline's kicking in. Runners at the corners with none away. You got an E5 on the throw over across the diamond from Kirky. if Nemeth was waiting for his first hit of the year for any time, this is the time to get it. This would be huge. Matt Large, so far in this inning, struggling a little bit. The big at-bat for the sophomore. Can he do it in the pressure moment? Large checks first, throws back the slide. A nice dive by Sloan. He saves his team a run. Still definitely going to be looking to jump on something over at third base. He has the speed to do it. He just needs to be patient and wait for his time. Same thing with Nemeth in the box. Runner goes. It's in a rundown. The throw to second is not in time. Runner goes. Stibley, the play at the plate is not in time. Stibley got there. The throw to third, however, is in time. They get him at third, but not at home. As O&M gets one on the board. It's now a 2-1 game with one away. Well, that's what you call this whole idea of confusing. I don't blame Frank for trying to jump on it. He did the right thing going off and running to second base. Stibley took advantage, ran, just got under the tag. A couple under the tag plays today, just you gotta get the glove down. Don't be afraid to go down hard. You gotta get the tag. So now one away, no one on the base path. Home and aim within one. Unfortunately, should Frank have stayed? In hindsight, yes, but I don't blame him for trying it. Most people with his speed in that situation would have gone. Largest dealing. Outside 1-0 count. This could even work in Nemeth's favor, who is out of the pressure situation. Yes, if he hits the ball now, it would have been a tie ball game, but that pressure's not there. He can now settle in and play baseball the way he knows how to play it. The pitch. Curves on in. Nice pitch from Matt Large. Evens it up at 1-1. Large trying to settle back in after giving up the run on the runaround. He'll come set on the bump and deliver. Swing and a miss. Nemeth swung right through it. Now a 1-2 count. On deck for Hohenheim is the designated hitter, Mike Alexic. Large will come set. Here comes the 1-2. Fouled away by Nemeth on one outside, but he'll stay alive for another pitch. It's 1-2, one away in the top of the fourth. Hohenheim has already scored one, courtesy of Danny Stibley's base running. Large will set and deliver the 1-2. Ground ball left side. Nemeth trying to lag it out. Will not, as the throw beats him. Nice throw across the diamond from Kirky for out number 2. And that brings up Alexic, who is first at-bat of the game, grounded out to the second baseman.
Number 17, Michael Alexic.
Alexic last year made his name for getting on base. Was a walk machine for Hohenheim. Got hit by a couple pitches, but his on-base percentage was through the roof last year. The pitch from Large. Curves on in, finds the zone. Nothing in one count on the lefty. Preisel still warming up in the visitors' bullpen. Large will come set, wind, and deliver. Curves on in. Alexic swings through one in the dirt. Now a 0-2 count. If Alexic does manage to get on base towards Zidlow, we're going, and Preisel will be the next 3. Can Large get out of the inning? Only one run given up. Here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Gets Alexic to swing on one upstairs as we go into the bottom of the fourth. Hohenheim gets one back, but still trails 2-1 against St. V's. It might be Brendan Preisel time at Skeeles Field.
Irish
Bottom of the fourth at Skeeles Field. It's Engelhardt, Tamzarian, and Sam Robinson due up this inning. It's a 7, 8, 9 hitters for St. V's. Marchetta coming back into the game to continue pitching. Misses outside, 1-0 count to begin the second at-bat of the afternoon for Engelhardt. Well, this afternoon. You could call the other game morning, afternoon. Of this game, we'll call it. Fielder's choice on the first one that's still sent him to the dugout. The pitch. Pops it up. It's sky high. Humanek will trail it along with Preisel. Humanek calls it, and Humanek takes it in. Two-hand fundamental catch for out number 1. And now that will bring up Tamzarian, who has done the damage for St. V so far today. A 2 RBI double, or single for him.
Number 4, Ashton Tamzarian.
So Tamzarian, not really an RBI situation unless he sends one out of the park. The pitch from Marchetta, followed behind, maybe clipping Ragon's glove. Nothing in 1 count as Robinson goes to grab it. Tamzarian and Robinson both had hits in their last at-bats. The windup and the pitch from Marchetta. Did it hit him? I don't think so. I think somehow it went behind him. Very rare to see it, but it didn't hit him. It's a 1-1 count. The pitch from Marchetta. Down the middle, goes over to first. Nemec trails it into the glove on the liner pop for out number 2. So now that brings up Robinson, the 9-hitter, for his second cuts. Like I said, base hit in his first at-bat down the third base line, just beating out Preisel.
Sammy Robinson.
Marchetta will come set with 2 away and deliver. Misses high and outside. 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. Game about an hour and 20 minutes in. Here comes the delivery from Marchetta. Runs in on Robinson, barely missing him. 2-0 count. You obviously want to strike out the side or just force the out, but especially in Robinson's case, with his speed and ability on the base path, you need to get him out. Ground ball left side. Humanek will get it. Throws cross diamond to Nemec. Retires the side as we go into the 5th inning. Holy Name got one back in the top of the 4th and looks to continue to get back in this game, down 2-1 to the Fighting Irish of St. Vincent St. Mary, who return to Skeeles Field in a moment. Top of the 5th at Akron University. Skeeles Field. Torzillo, Ragone, and Preisel due up this inning for the Green Wave. Torzillo on the first pitch he sees sends it out to center field. Milkovic easily takes it in. 1 pitch, 1 away in the top of the 5th. And now Joey Ragone, the catcher, steps up for his second cuts of the game. Struck out swinging on 3 pitches, his first at-bat.
Rolling name number 13, Joey Ragone.
Matthew Large still dealing on the mound for St. V's, only allowing the 1 run on the base stealing from Stibley. Down the line and foul. Holy Name saw their way back into the game, just taken away by the base. Robinson will trail it down. It ended up making its way to the fence in the corner. If that was fair, Ragon could have gotten extra bases, even with the speed of Sammy Robinson and left. Holy Name's been close in this game, but so is St. V's. Credit to Holy Name's defense for keeping St. V's at bay. Going into today's contest, St. V's averaging 8.5 runs per game, put up 10 against Boardman, so say making it even 9. Only have 2 runs at this point in the game is really impressive from the Green Wave. It's skied by Ragon, going near Holy Name's dugouts, and will go out of play and land a little bit in front of us. Nothing in 2 count. Definitely glad for the press box right now. So a 0-2 count on Ragon, 1 away. Due up next after him is Preisel, who warmed up a couple innings ago, but Coach Marchetta seems content with riding with Russell going into the bottom of the 5th. And the way he's pitched, I would not blame him. Large deals the 0-2. Ragon, good eye from him, sees it outside. 1-2 count on the senior. Large will take a second and comes set. Here comes the 1-2. Fouled away by Ragon. He fights for yet another life, and we'll see the 1-2 once again. Game going by a lot quicker than the last game that was here. Also helps, only 3 runs compared to 12 total in the last game. The 1-2 from Large. Swing and a miss. It's a drop third strike. Ragon's going to hustle it out. The throw is in time. He didn't get taken off the base, as it will be out number 2. We strike out number 5 on the afternoon for Matt Large. And that will bring up Brendan Preisel, the 8-hitter.
Number 18, Brendan Preisel.
So Preisel, the 8-hitter, his first time up, reached on an error and had a stolen base. The pitch from Large. Swing and a miss on a curve. Nothing in 1 count. Still a 2-1 ball game. A lot lower scoring than last time these 2 teams played. Swing and a miss on 1, just missing the outside of the bat. Preisel quickly now 0-2 to Large. Coach Marchetta making quick adjustments to the sophomore swing from afar. If he's able to get on, it will go to Nemec, the 9-hitter. Here comes the 0-2 from Large. Fouled away as Preisel gets another life. The bottom of the 5th will be a big inning for Holy Name's defense. If they can hold up, they need to keep this game within a run, at most 2 or 3. Here comes the 0-2. 1 low and blocked. 1-2 count. Now 1-2 count on Preisel. He's fought a little bit in this at bat. Can he straighten it out and get Holy Name someone on with 2 away? The pitch. Chopped back up the gut, off the glove of Large. The bare hand throw from Lehman, not in time, and Preisel reaches on an infield single. And now it goes to Garrett Nemec, who's the go-ahead run, batting 9. If there was ever a time for a tater, it's now.
12, Garrett Nemec.
Nemec needs to give this ball a little ride to give Holy Name a spark. Averaging 3 runs per game in the last 2. Going back to the game against U.S. Make it just around 3 1/3. Preisel goes. The throw is in time. The tag there. No, it's not Preisel. His second stolen bag of the afternoon. So now a runner in scoring position for Nemec. Crable couldn't get it. An excellent throw nonetheless. Like I said, the throw was there. The tag was not. And now time will be called. Crable goes a ball, so 1-0 count for Nemec, who now basically needs a base hit to tie the game up. It'll be Humanek due up next for Holy Name. Crable will talk to his pitcher for a quick second and try and settle down Matt Large. St. V's just trying to get into the bottom of the 5th inning unscathed. Coach Marchetta wants this game. You know he wants this game. It is Dom Marchetta going to the bullpen. Large will take a look, take another one, and deliver. Nemec swing and a miss. He was on it, but swung a little ahead of it. Evens it up at 1-1. But a bold decision from Coach Marchetta if he goes with Marchetta. Marchetta, the expected starter for the Padua game tomorrow afternoon. We know regardless he'll be on a pitch count. The pitch from Large. Outside 2-1 count. Nemec needs the poke. St. V's needs the out. Large will peer on in. Takes a look at his runner over at second and delivers. Sees it down low. Makes now a 3-1 count. On deck is Humanek. A big pitch incoming from Matt Large. Here it comes. Misses high. Oh, now it's 3-2. Okay. Probably the first pitch of the at-bat they call a strike. So now it's 3-2 with Humanek on deck. 3-2, 2 away in the top of the 5th. Tying run in scoring position for Holy Name. Can Matt Large settle in? Can Garrett Nemec get the job done for Holy Name? The payoff pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. He gets him. The throw would have been in plenty of time on the throwdown, but out number 3 at a big point. Matt Large gets the K. Middle of 5. St. V's leads 2-1. Top of the order, due up in the bottom of the fifth for the Fighting Irish. On to pitch now. The call to the bullpen brings up Brendan Preisel. Russ Marchetta, 2 innings, no runs given up. He did his job. He goes to the dugout and can only watch on. The substitution for him directly would be Dom Marchetta. Marchetta now in right field. Stibley moves from right field on over to the hot corner in place of Preisel. Milkovich, Hurley, and Crable, the 3 up for the Fighting Irish. Preisel's first pitch runs inside on Milkovich, barely avoids a 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. Preisel trying to emulate his brother on the mound. Here comes the 1-0 delivery. Runs in again, 2-0 count. Preisel trying to settle in, needs a get-right pitch. You don't want to send Milkovich to the base path as he leads the team with 7 stolen bases. Here's a 2-0. Finds the zone down the middle, 2-1 count. Preisel getting back to work somewhat quickly. Will wind and deal. Chopped foul as it hits off his bat before he can leave the box. Makes it now a 2-2 count. Preisel was quickly down 2-0 in the count and now has gotten his way back to a 2-2 count. Here comes the delivery. Pops up. It's in play. Ragone stumbles. Can he get it? No, he cannot. Just out of his outstretched hand. Some frustration from him as Milkovich will get another chance. It's kind of hard to see in that situation, especially if you're a catcher, just where that ball goes up in the sun. That's probably what he's telling Coach Marchetta. The eye black only does so much. You need sunglasses, but it's just really difficult, especially with the helmet toss. To have the sunglasses, a good chance you lose them. 2-2 count. Can Milkovich make something of his second life? The pitch from Preisel. Ground ball left side. Humanek goes up to greet it. Cross diamond and gets it in time to Nemec for out number 1. Nice job from Humanek to run up on it, stay low, and toss it to Garrett over at first. And now that will bring up Rylan Hurley, who's walked and grounded out so far this afternoon to the plate. Be a big time for him to go back to the form he had in the last game where he was 4 for 5. Preisel will come set, wind, and the delivery. Inside finds the zone. Nothing in 1 count to begin the at-bat on Hurley. No action in either bullpen as of right now as Preisel deals the 0-1. Finds his zone again. Goes low and outside opposed to inside. 0-2 count. Crable on the on-deck circle for St. V's will begin to take his cuts. Preisel shakes off first pitch, goes second. Here is the 0-2. Close, but outside. 1-2 count. Preisel trying to challenge but not give him a gift. He will set peer in to see Ragone's call. Agrees with, I believe, the second one he calls. Here's the 1-2. Popped up. It's in play. He has to get it. And he does. Barely calls off Stibley as Preisel gets it a little bit of a dap up over around shortstop for out number 2. Now that brings up Daniel Crable, the catcher, for his third cuts.
For St Vincent St Mary, number 30, Daniel Crable.
For Hohenheim in the next inning, it will go back to the top of the order when we go to the top of the 6th. But right now, they need out number 3 in the bottom of the 5th. This would be a big statement win for Hohenheim if they can complete the comeback. Crable still trying to ruin the party. His first offering he'll see from Preisel is a strike on the outside corner. Nothing in 1 count. Preisel shakes off 1, goes 2, sets and delivers. Lined into center field. Nemeth will go to get it. It will fall in front of him for a base hit. He gets down and scoops it, but a 2-out single for Danny Crable gets the ball rolling for the St. V 6. That'll be the first hit of the game for St. V since the second inning when Sam Robinson hit the one down the left field line.
For St. Vincent St. Mary, batting number 2, Devin Lehman.
And now in the cleanup role, Devin Lehman steps up for his third cuts. Reached on a walk was caught stealing at that point and then struck out looking his last time up.
Running for the Irish at first base, number 15, Ian Boykin.
Boykin back on to run for the Fighting Irish, the freshman. Throwback by Preisel, not in time. Usually when you have a pinch runner, you have to watch the speed. And this is no different. But with 2 outs and a courtesy runner, it's a little bit different. But you still have to be careful of Preisel. I like the move to try and keep him honest. Thought about going, stays in, finds the zone, nothing in 1 count as we're going, looks him back. Preisel taking a second to regather before getting back onto the bump. Takes a second, comes back, set, 0-1 count, the delivery. Misses low, 1-1 count. If Lehman gets on base, Tyler Sloan, the first baseman, is due up next, who so far through this doubleheader has only not reached base once on 7 attempts. The pitch from Preisel misses in the same spot the last one did, 2-1 count. Can Preisel and the Green Wave defense settle it down and get into the top of the 6th? Preisel sets, throwback, not in time. Nemec applies a tag and will just tuck it on back to Preisel. So still a 2-1 count, bottom of the 5th, 2 away. St. V's up 2-1. The pitch from Preisel, swing and fouled. Evens it up in 2-2. St. V's trying to get one final win on home turf before the road trip begins this coming week. Especially Tuesday, a tough game against CVCA. The pitch, 2-2, runner goes, smoked into left field, trailing it is Frank, and it is foul. If that was fair, St. V saw their 3rd run. Preisel lucky it didn't go fair. St. V's devastated, but Lehman will go back into the box and try to replicate it. That's now the 3rd ball smoked into left field that has gone foul today. A big pitch, 2-2 count, 2 away, 2-1 St. V's lead, runner at first. Lehman in the box, Boykin, the runner. Preisel deals, runner goes, fouled away into the Holy Name dugout. Coach Marchetta and JR could not get to the ball. So fans today, 0 for 2 on attempted catches. There's your ESPN stat of the day, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll see it again. Another 2-2. Lehman smoked one and fouled one. What can he do on this 2-2 offering? Preisel will take a second and step off to regather himself. Can Preisel clutch up at a big time? The pitch. Line to the left side. Humanek grabs it. Can he throw? It is picked and bobbled away by Nemec. Runner will go to 3rd. It'll be runners at the corners with 2 away. Humanek did all he could. Nemec couldn't get it. Lehman down. Time will be called. Lehman slow to get up, but Humanek did all he could. We'll give it an infield single. The throw would not have been there in time. Just unfortunate of the timing of it. And now that will see Sloan step into the box. If St. V's now can get a run onto the board, make it 3-1, this could get rid of any of Holy Name's win that they have in the sales. Pressure situation for the pitcher of game number 1, the junior captain. He's a captain for a reason. Can he prove it this afternoon right now? Preisel will take a second to regather, and so will Sloan. He'll come set on the bump. Would not be surprised to see Lehman steal. Preisel deals. Fouled behind, nothing in 1 count. Holy Name's defense has to be on their A game right now to get out of this inning. Preisel takes a second, comes back set. Here comes the 0-1. just misses. Runner goes, Ragone pumps. The throwback to third is not in time. Ragone had the right idea, executed it, but the throw just not in time. Stibley did the right thing as well on the tag. So now 2 in scoring position. A base hit would make it most likely a 4-1 ball game. So 1-1 count. A big at-bat for Tyler Sloan and for Brennan Preisel. The pitch. Curves up high, 2-1 count. No one warming up in Holy Name's bullpen. Coach Marchetta going to ride with Preisel. Takes a second and comes back set. And the pitch. Finds the zone. No, it's high and outside. They're going to say 3-1. Due up next would be Zach Kirky, who's walked and popped out to first so far today. St. V's dugout getting a little loud. The 3-1. Ground ball left side. Kimonik dives for it, keeps it in the infield. It will still be an RBI single nonetheless for Sloan. It's now a 3-1 St. V's lead. Kimonik did all he could, outstretched, kept it in the infield, prevented it from being 4-1. But we're back to where we were a moment ago with runners at the corners and 2 away.
For St. Vincent St Mary, number 9, Zach Kirky.
So now Kirky back into the box for St. V's for his 3rd cuts of this afternoon's ball game. Can he find some green for the Irish? Preisel is set. Runner goes. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Ragone looks down at 1. 0-1 count. For Holy Name, batting situation looks good on paper. You got Kimonik, Stibley, Frank, Nemeth, Oleksic, and Torzillo guaranteed to see at-bats at some point in the remaining 2 innings. The pitch from Preisel. This is just outside 1-1 count. You got to get your leadoff man aboard if you're Holy Name in both of these next 2 innings, especially if you don't get all 3 runs you need to take the lead. You need to get at least 2 in the next 2 and play good defense. Runner will go on the 1-1. Ground ball left side, foul. Nice pick over at third base by Coach. Golden glove in the coaching box. So now a 1-2 count on Kirky. Engelhardt due up next, the designated hitter. Can Preisel get out of the inning with only 1 run of damage? Runner will go. Preisel not going to look at it. He'll step off. 2 back in scoring position. It's a 1-2 count. I don't mind what Preisel did of just letting him take second. You got to focus on the batter right now. That is your 3rd out. You don't want to make a 3rd out if you're St. V's at second base, so they're not going to try to. The 1-2. Finds the zone, gets him looking as he freezes for strike 3 to retire the side. Preisel gets out of the jam with only 1 run of damage. End of the 5th. Holy Name trails 3-1 to St. V's. We'll return to Akron in a minute.
And after
Top of the sixth at Skeeles Field. Holy Name has 6 outs to work with left in the ball game as Humanek's in for his third cuts of this afternoon's ball game. The first one runs in on a 1-0 count. Humanek so far today grounded out to short and grounded out to Large on the bump. Large, only 1 run given up, and it was courtesy of Danny Stibley's base running, who's in the on-deck circle for Holy Name. Humanek has done the business against St. V's in years past. Can he do it again? Ground ball left side does not get through. Kirky to first. Sloan stretches and gets it for out number 1. It was a good cut, but not enough on it to get out of the infield as Stibley will go up to the sticks and try to get the offense rolling. Stibley so far in this afternoon's ball game struck out and had an infield single.
Rolling 8, number 24, Danny Stibley.
St. V's doesn't see it. Now the first baseman sees what I see. Look at Stibley's hand. It's very high. He's bunting. He'll call time to readjust. Look at where the hand was. He was ready to bunt. You saw over at first base, Tyler Sloan started to see it and creep in. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He swings. Nothing in 1 count. Looks like he adjusted his bat grip. The moment that he saw Sloan move in, he called time. He was definitely attempting to bunt. Look at the way he was holding it that brief second. That might just be the way he does it, but it looks like he's trying to bunt. Outside 1-1 count. It'll go back to Frank, who's in the on-deck circle after Stibley. There is some action over on the home bullpen as 2 pitchers will make their way on over. The pitch from Large. Swing and a miss off the catcher's head. Makes it now a 1-2 count. Crable will take a second here to regather himself as he walks to go talk to his pitcher. So it's the perfect time to advertise our next broadcast. Next up, we have Lakewood on Monday again at St. John Bosco, and that'll be it for that week up until we make a decision about some other games. There's a chance we add the home opener against Lakewood, which depends on field conditions at Kurtz and availability of staff. To stay updated on all the games we are covering, follow Holy Name Broadcasting on Instagram and Twitter. To stay updated on all Holy Name sports, follow Holy Name Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. And finally, subscribe here to Holy Name Athletics YouTube and put on push notifications to be notified when we go live. Large sets the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He gets Stibley to swing through. It's 2 up, 2 down in the top of the 6th for the green and white as Harry Frank steps into the box for his third cuts.
For the Green Wave, number 8, Harrison Frank.
This will be Matt Large's 7th strikeout of the afternoon. And now here comes Harry Frank to the plate. Swings through 1, nothing in 1 count. Matt Large has started to settle in once again as he sees the pitchers go over to the bullpen. St. V's has 2 days of rest before they take on CVCA. It's popped to no man's land by Frank. Trailed in right and caught by Hurley to retire the side. Holy Name goes in order. Middle of 6 at Skeeles Field. St. V's holding on to the 3-1 advantage.
Top of the 6th inning,
pinch hitter in for St. V's in place of Matthew Engelhardt. It will be Connor Christie, the senior, taking his first cut to this afternoon's sequence. In 4 games, batting .375, 3 hits, 2 ribbies, including a double. The lefty will take on Preisel as he continues to pitch. His first of the inning is high, 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. As of right now, I know a lot of you are wondering, are we doing the Holy Name Padua game? As of right now, it's a 50-50 thing. I'm going to have to talk to some people and see what I can do in regards to the practice AP exam that's tomorrow morning at Holy Name. If I can get out of there early enough, I think I'm going to try to do. We'll have to figure that one out. If I can do what I'm trying in my head, I think I can get done. We will have the game for you, but don't quote me on it until you see the graphic on Holy Name Broadcasting's social media feed tomorrow morning. Or if you don't. Gets the zone, okay. 2-1 count. Curved a little bit inside, but I don't know if that was a strike. Holy Name will take it. Here we go. Inside again, 3-1 count. Due up next after Christie will be Tamzarian, who has been the difference maker so far in this game with the RBIs, as he has 2 of them. The 3-1 count, Preisel. He will deal. Line to second base towards Zidlow. Sees it on the one-hopper. Gives to Nemec for out number 1. Zidlow does a nice job to keep his composure over at second. See it into the glove and toss it on over. And now that will bring up Tamzarian. So far today, 1 for 2. Lined out over to third. His first the last time up. And had a 2 RBI single his first time up. Here comes the pitch from Preisel. Runs in, 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. Preisel, he will wind and deliver. Corners crashing, bunt being shown. Ragone scoops it up, 2-0 count as it was low. Preisel agrees on the call. It's a 2-0 count, the delivery. Ball called, 3-0 count. So on deck is Sam Robinson, the left fielder. Here comes the 3-0 from Preisel. In the zone, 3-1 count on Tamzarian. Tamzarian so far today, as we said, 1 for 2. Preisel will slide and deal. Misses off the plate. It's ball 4. So 1 man aboard with 1 away on the walk as Sammy Robinson will step in for his 3rd cuts. A base hit and a ground out to his name today.
Robinson.
Robinson getting some signs, potential bunting opportunity for the left fielder. Preisel will come set, throws back, not in time. Preisel takes a second to get on to the mound. Sets. And now delivery, bump being shown, pulled back, or going thought about the back pick, but will not. 1-0 count. Game in the bottom of the 6th. 3-1 St. V's lead as they're looking to improve to 9-1. Already with 8-1 record. Doing better than they did last year when they were 7-15. The pitch, bunch being shown again. Pulled back or gone. Tries to throw down. Does not. Called strike. 1-1 count. Robinson will get back into the box. Shown bunt twice. Will he show it again? Nemec holding on. Stibley at the edge of the grass. Bunt being shown again. Bunt laid down. Stibley crashes in. The throw to first is low and off of Nemec's glove. He has to trail to go get it. Marchetta there too. Rounding and staying put at third is Zamarian. Robinson's bunt does the business, and now it's runners at the corners with one away. So now we go back to the top of the order for Milkovich with a big opportunity to blow this game open in favor of St. V's.
Number 7, Max Milkovich.
It's a big at-bat for Milkovich. It's a big at-bat. If he can score a run, that might be the dagger. Preisel sets, delivers. Bunt being shown, foul. It's time to play small ball baseball. St. V's, they need to get the run across. They understand that. But the corners need to know that the play's at the plate. 2 outs only does so good if it's now a 4-1 game opposed to 3-1. You have to get the lead runner in this case. It's an 0-1 count. No action in Holy Name's bullpen. No action in St. V's bullpen. Preisel sets, and he'll take a second to step off. Preisel will come set. Here is the pitch. Robinson goes. The throw down is not there, as it was cut off nicely by Tord Zidlow. But Robinson will now take second. So 2 in scoring position. So now Milkovich has a great opportunity to get 2 home. Preisel just trying to keep Holy Name within 2 runs of St. V's. He will set and deliver. Ground ball up the gut. It's a base hit. 1 run will score. Robinson will round. The play at the plate is not in time. Ragone whiffs it. It now goes to third base, where Milkovich will be as he slides on in. St. V's might have just slammed the door on Holy Name as they now lead 5-1. Just a bad bounce. Just couldn't get it. The whiff was there. Just couldn't bring it on down. Unfortunate for Ragone. Did all he could. Now a 5-1 game on the 2 RBI, we're going to call it double, from Milkovich.
For St. Vincent St Mary, number 18, Rylan Hurley.
It's going to be a double. 2 RBIs reaching on the error, the pitch. Ground ball left side. Humanek throws across for out number 2 as Nemec scoops it. But nonetheless, it will be an RBI as St. V's now leads 6-1. The gates have opened.
For the Fighting Irish, number 30, Daniel Crable.
Now Crable steps into the box for St. V's with 2 away. Preisel is trying to get on to the 7th, and a closer is warming up for St. V's. The pitch from Preisel finds a zone, 0-1 count to begin the at-bat on the catcher. So far in the last 2 innings, 4 runs given up by Holy Name. That has been the difference. Here comes a delivery from Preisel. It is skied over the press box and out of play. I believe it still ended up hitting on the metal. Barely hitting it. 0-1 count after the foul ball. This game now around 2 hours in. The windup and the pitch from Preisel. Runs in, just misses on 1-1 count. And it appears that the pitcher warming up in the bullpen is Will Tober, the freshman. And as well, along with him, you see Connor Christie, the pinch hitter. Here comes the pitch from Preisel. Ground ball right side towards Zidlow, dives, gets it. Web gem to end the inning from Mikey towards Zidlow as he keeps it in the infield on the dive. Holy Name still has plenty of work to do, down 6-1 going into the 7th.
In the bottom of the 6th.
Top of the 7th, Holy Name down to their final 3 outs of today's ball game. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon from Skeeles Field at the University of Akron. First pitch runs in on Nemeth. 1-0 count to begin his at-bat. He's up, then P.O. Dom, not being a P.O., in for Michael Lexick, and then Mikey Torzillo, the 3 up this inning. Large sets and delivers. Smoke to the left side, base hit for Nick Nemeth. He's been due for his hit, and he gets it. Leadoff man aboard in the top of the 7th for the Green Wave. Welcome back, Nick Nemeth. A big hit. He needed it. Found the outfield. That's big for his confidence going into Padua. That is only the 4th hit surrender by Matt Large, who has been excellent today on the bump.
Dom Marchetta.
Now Dom Marchetta is batting for Holy Name in place of Michael Lexick, a lefty for lefty switch.
Pitch hitting for Holy Name. Number 1, junior Dom Marchetta.
Marchetta, we call him P.O. Dom because he's a self-described P.O. Nope, he's also our leadoff hitter half the time when he's in the lineup.
Can you see who's running at first? They brought a pitch runner. Is that Regazzo?
I believe it's a pinch runner. That might be Cameron Regazzo. Yes, it is. Cameron Regazzo got in the game. Let's go. He scored, I believe, in his last 2 outings on the base path. Ground ball left side. It can be through Marchetta to leg it out. He does. So an infield single for Dom Marchetta. Nice hit from Dom. Now 2 are on. And bringing in Cam's a great move by Coach Marchetta. I believe there's only been 1 time this year out of the 3 times he's come in that he has not scored as a pinch runner. And now here comes potentially a pitching change. We might see it. It might just be a mound visit for now, but now with the situation being the way it is, you have runs 2 and 3 on the base path, 4 going to the plate, 5 on deck, and then 6 the tying runs in the hole. Unfortunately, I have to describe it that way, but that's where it is, where we are. 2 on, 1 in the batter's box, 1 on deck, and then the next guy.
Running at second base for Holy Name, a senior, number 4, Cam Regazzo.
Hey, you hear the Kool-Aid man almost. Oh, yeah. My boy Cam over at second base. Torzillo will need to take a second here to readjust himself to get ready to go swing.
Number 5, Mikey Torzillo.
Had a base hit his first time up. Can he do it again when Holy Name needs him? Regazzo being held on over at second. 1-0 count. Don't know what that adjustment was. Maybe it was during like the load phase of the swing. Just did something. It's a 1-0 count on towards Zillo, the junior, who flashed the leather to end the 6th. Throw back to first. Dom back in time. Regazzo over to third and safe. That is why you put in Cameron Regazzo, ladies and gentlemen. He can run the bases. Arguably the fastest man on the team, but runners at the corners with none away. Can Torzillo spark the offense? Time called. Crable will call the first and third, most likely. That's what he's doing. So based off of that, if my knowledge is right of catching, this would be a throw on a third on a baited throw to second. Throw back to first in time. Everyone change up their signs, but usually the lower you go, the more likely it is a back pick to third. 1-0 count on Torzillo. Large comes set. Marchetta gained the lead over at first. Same thing with Regazzo at third. High pitch, 2-0 count on Torzillo. We're going in the on-deck circle so far today, 0 for 2. Large will come set, keeping an eye on Marchetta, who's getting a big lead over at first. Deals. Swing and a miss on 1 upstairs. Torzillo knew it was there. 2-1 count. Now it's time for Torzillo to settle back in. You don't need it all in one pitch. You just need little hits. 1 hit gets Regazzo home. If this ball is put in play, not in the air, Regazzo's home. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He cuts through it. Quickly down to the 2-2 count. Holy Name needs some kind of spark. The game not out of reach quite yet with none away. Still 5 runs to make up for. The 2-2. Outside just misses. A big league take from Tordzillo. St. V's thought they had it large, just barely missing. 3-2 count. It's a big pitch upcoming. Can Large get his 8th strikeout of the afternoon? Looks in, denies the first, goes to the second call from Crable. Here's the payoff. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. A big strikeout for out number 1 as Matthew Large is 2 outs away from getting the job done over Holy Name. Marchetta does take seconds, a 2 in scoring position for the catcher, Joey Ragone.
For the Green Wave, number 13, Joey Ragone.
Once again, action in St. V's bullpen. Coach Shepard wants to see this win out. The pitch. Ground ball left side, foul. A little bit of a chop. Nothing in 1 count to begin Ragone's 3rd at-bat of the afternoon. So far, 2 strikeouts. And the on-deck circle is Brendan Preisel. Large takes a second, comes set, and will deliver. Ground ball left side, that's a base hit. Ragazza will score from 3rd. Marchetta will hold up at 3rd. An RBI single to the left side from Joey Ragone. Holy Name gets a run back. It's a 4-run ball game. Big RBI single for Joey. And now it's a chance for Brendan Preisel to come up to the sticks and do something. There'll be a pinch run for Ragone. Smart decision being made by Holy Name as it will be Anthony Messina, the St. Ignatius transfer, in to run.
Now running at first base, number 6, junior Anthony Messina. Stepping in, number 18, Brendan Preisel.
So Messina, along with J.R. Sastry and Josh Keller, your 3 Ignatius transfers. Kell a couple years ago, Messina and Sastry this year. Runners at the corners. The tying run is now in the on-deck circle in Garrett Nemec. I would say he's actually in the on-deck circle. He's just ignoring it, and it's in front of his dugout. The pitch. Curves in. Nice pitch. Just missing outside. I like that pitch from Matt Large. I love that pitch. An excellent curve. You could have gotten him the bite. Instead, big league take. 1-0 count to begin Price's at bat. St. V's just trying to calm things down and see out the win. Throwback is not in time. So that's the first earned run of the game against Matt Large. 2 runs overall. Large peering over at first base. Will deliver. Nice curve. Misses again. 2-0 count. If Nemec gets on base as well, then it goes back to the top and Humanick. Large will come set. It's a 2-0 count. Runners at the corners. The pitch. He sees it down the middle. 2-1 count. Nice get-right pitch from Matt Large. And as well over at second base, and give credit to Tamzarian backing up the throw. Especially at this point in the game, you don't want a wayward throw back from your catcher to cost you a run. Throw back to first. Not in time. Messina's in standing. And as well, I believe that will be Ragazzo's 3rd time he has scored this year as a pinch runner. Here comes the pitch from Lang. Runner goes Large at the base hit to the left side. Preisel gets an RBI single. 2 on with 1 away. It's time for a Holy Name rally. Last 2 at-bats, Preisel, the base hit, reached on all 3 attempts. And now here will most likely be a pitching change for St. V's. Wow. So now it's a 3-run game. The tying run is at the plate, and Humanick is the go-ahead in the on-deck circles. Matt Lang will walk off 6 1/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, or well now 6, I believe. 6 hits, 8 Ks, 2 runs, and 3 runs and 2 earned. We'll step aside with the call of the bullpen and back on in a minute. It's Connor Christie time on the bump for St. Vincent St Mary. The senior steps in with 2 outs to get against Holy Name.
Number 12, Garrett Nemec.
It's a 6-3 ball game. St. V's leads. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon at Skeeles Field, a beautiful facility at Akron. It's been a great day of baseball so far. Looking forward to seeing the last little bit of baseball this field has to offer this afternoon. First pitch to Nemec finds the zone inside. Nothing in 1 count to begin his at-bat. Nemec so far today, 2 strikeouts, with Humanic due up next. Christie will take a look back and deliver. Well outside, evens it up at 1-1. Christie so far on the campaign, the best ERA on the team, .81, 1-0 record, 7 hits allowed, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 11 Ks on 8 2/3 innings of work. Throwback not in time to get Preisel as Sloan would have thrown it on back. Once again, another lefty on the mound as well. So 2 lefties played in this game on St. V's side of things. Here comes the pitch from Christie. Ground ball left side will go foul. So Nemec's now down at the count 1-2. Go ahead run on deck. Tying run at the plate. More worried about the tying run right now. Christie will peer on in. Crable will get the call and come set. It's a big pitch. 1-2 count on Nemec. Christie takes a couple looks over at second base and delivers. Ground ball up the middle. This could do it. The flip, not in time. It's bobbled over. The throw to the plate is not in time. It is in time. They got Messina on the gun from second, and Holy Name is down to their final out. I don't know why we sent him. Holy Name not happy. It's a single. It's an error over at second. That's the first error of the game by Tamzarian. But now the tying run is back at the plate. You could have had the bases loaded for Humanic. First Harry being sent, and now this one. Tough day surrounding that third base for Holy Name. So now Holy Name has 1 out to work with. Now 2 strikes to work with as Humanic takes the first pitch strike. Humanic so far today, 3 groundouts. Christie peering on in. He will come set. Takes a couple looks over at second base and delivers. Sky to the right side and out of play. Holy Name down to their final strike. You can just feel the energy of Holy Name just sucked out after that throw was made from second base. As Tamzarian made the error and made up for it with one heck of a throw. Can Christie on the bump finish it? 0-2 count, 2 away in the top of the 7th. St. V's up by 3. For revenge for his 2023. Christie pops up into right center. This could do it. Book it. Caught in right by Hurley, and St. V's avenges their 2023 playoff loss against Holy Name 6-3 and completes the series win in the doubleheader. Beat Boardman earlier and now beats Holy Name. An excellent job all the way around by St. V's to get the job done.
For both of these ball clubs.
Your player of the game brought to you by Keon Sports will go to Ashton Tamzarian. 1 for 2, 2 RBIs, a walk, 2 putouts on defense, 1 error, but then more importantly, the throw home, which robbed Holy Name of what would have been their 4th run. An impressive throw from him to get the job done.
And St. Vincent St Mary High Schools, we thank you all for coming out this afternoon, and please have a safe trip home.
Well, that'll do it from Skeeles Field at University of Akron. Thank you to St. Vincent St Mary for their hospitality for both legs of the doubleheader. Stay tuned on Holy Name Broadcasting social media platform to see if we're doing the paddle game tomorrow. If not, we will see you Monday at John Bosco for Holy Name versus Lakewood softball. I've been Nathan Smee, everyone. Thank you for spending your Saturday afternoon with us. Have a good night, everyone, and go Namers.